Hey yo, what's goody? It's me, Michael O'Keefe, the movie mystic, talking to you today about some Gaspar Noé movies. He's a director who I like. Um, is he remarkable? I mean, I think he would like to think that. I'm a fan though. I don't know. I haven't seen everything. I'm looking at these movies he's done now. I Stand Alone, didn't see it. Irreversible, didn't see it. Enter the Void, saw it. Love, didn't see it. Climax, I saw it. Lux Æterna, just saw it today. And then Vortex, didn't see it. So, I get a failing grade, I guess. I've seen 3, and he's done 7. Yeah. But that's okay. I feel like I have enough I've heard enough stories over the years, and, I saw Enter the Void when it was a new movie, so I've been following him for a while. I thought, since I saw Lux Æterna today, I would just share some thoughts on some of his movies, and I'll certainly read you my review of Lux Æterna. So, and just yeah, this is just this will be a quick little stream. It's not like the Bruno Mattei stream, which was like over an hour. I'm not as passionate with Gaspar Noé as Bruno Mattei. So, he's an Argentinian independent filmmaker based in Paris, France. Okay. He's the son of an Argentinian painter, writer, and intellectual. And like I said, he's done 7 films. And born in Buenos Aires. All right. All right. And so he likes Godard. All right. And Tim Palmer. I don't know what that is. His work has been strongly associated with a series of films defined as cinema du corps, cinema of the body, like some body horror. I don't know. Which, according to Tim Palmer, shares an use of narrative and I don't know that word. Generally assaulting and often illegible cinematography, confrontational subject matter, treatment of sexual behavior as violent rather than mutually intimate, and a pervasive sense of social nihilism or despair. Yeah. Definitely got a sense of that today. And he often breaks the fourth wall by directly addressing the audience through the use of confronting and sometimes strobing typography that aims to disrupt and disturb the viewer, similar to uh, to, to, methods praised by Jean-Luc Godard, practiced by Jean-Luc Godard. Okay. Alright. He likes Stanley Kubrick, of course. Who doesn't? I heard about this movie, Angst. I was telling you about this recently. Okay. It's a major influence. Whatever. Oh my. I haven't seen any of his shorts. Going back to 85, huh? Huh. Neat. Well, I'll be interested in seeing his music videos. Because he is, the strobe light stuff is pretty cool. That was the first thing I noticed in End of the Void. Those opening credits. I watched those a lot, actually. Seen it several times on YouTube. Many times on YouTube, not several. And there's all the festivals he's been at. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, he's been at Cannes lately. He's been hitting it up. Look at that. No, he didn't win the Palme d'Or. What is this? He got nominated. Yeah, and the Void got nominated. Okay, so won the special prize of the jury at the Stitches Film Festival. Okay. And then it got the Art Cinema Award at Cannes. Climax did. That's interesting. Okay. So yeah, it gives you sort of an overarching sense of him. This little film festival darling makes abrasive, confrontational, nihilistic, visually assaulting movies. That's interesting though. I didn't know about all that, waking you up to the cinematic medium. I just thought it looked cool and distinct. I'm the worst like that. Like in a movie, I'll never know who the killer is, even if it's really obvious. I just get sucked into it. It just looks cool to me, or it doesn't. Anyways, moving on. One more thing I wanted to say is on Abel Ferrara, another interesting director, said that on his website abelferrara.com, he said very casually once that Gaspar Noé was friends with a cannibal in New York. I wonder if that's true. Uh, I wonder how elaborate or how big the New York City cannibal scene is, and if he is in it at all, or just knows a guy in it. That was such a mic drop moment from Abel Ferrara. Maybe it's all bullshit. Who knows? Anyways, so here's my letterbox. Go to letterbox movie mystic. There I am. There I am in Berlin. Here's some movies I like, and here's my recent activity. So that's why we're here. We're gonna go read my review of Lux Æterna, which I just wrote today. Hopefully, it's okay. All right. Lux Æterna represents the end of an era when director Gaspar Noé used narcotics to fuel his arts. His latest movie, Vortex, might have Dario Argento as its lead, but it's a sober guy movie about an aging couple. This one from 2019 is characteristically spunky, dark, and weird. It's a movie that is just under an hour looking at a shoot with sheer chaos on display in a French production with some American actors. There are split screens, seizure-inducing strobe lights, nudity, and quotes from Dostoevsky, as well as Dreyer, to add a little bit of intelligentsia into this French production that I found to be a lot of fun. It's a chaotic movie filled with unlikable film industry people, but it is the end of an era. I wish I was a fly on the wall for the drugged out moments while this movie was made, because it was what made Gaspar sober. That in itself says a lot, so if you've enjoyed his movies over the years, there's no reason to skip with this one. I've been recording a lot of my reviews, and I find all these freaking typos and grammatical errors, and it's super frustrating, but that read decently, excuse me. So yeah, I enjoy this movie a lot. Look at that poster, man. Isn't that great? Isn't that neat? I think it's fantastic. I like the whole, coked out Joan of Arc vibe going on. Maybe more LSD, excuse me, or ecstasy than cocaine. All these drugs I have not taken, by the way. I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about, but it looks crazy, doesn't it? It looks crazy, and I'm such a fan of how quick this is. This movie. I'm just looking. Nathaniel Thompson wrote a review. More of a free-form sketch than a real feature film. That's so interesting. I got an interview with him about Titan that's going to be coming out on Friday. Yeah. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Lux Æterna. And then there's Vortex, which I mentioned in the review. And this was playing at the Mayfair Theater here in Ottawa, where I'm at. And I almost saw it yesterday, and it was really the only time I could see it. I might see it at the Bytown Cinema if it comes there, excuse me. And if not, then I'll wait for it to come on Canopy or some streaming service in like 2 years. Life is a short party that will soon be forgotten. Ouch. I'll read this little thing and then give some thoughts. Of basically why I didn't see it. The last days of an elderly couple stricken by dementia from 3 times Cannes Film Festival award-winning director Gaspar Noé. Well, good for you. And it's a French movie. And it stars Dario Argento, who's Italian. Festival de Nouveau Cinema, Best Film / Audience Award winner. So, I interviewed a programmer for that festival a while ago, and I just put it on YouTube recently, actually. Julian von Fried, cool guy. Anyways, I'll read this quote from Beyond Fest too. Featuring stand-up performances from Francois Lebrun and Dario Argento, Noé surprises us yet again with an incredibly nuanced and devastating masterpiece, one of the most astounding cinematic creations in recent memory. I just, I have a hard time thinking this won't be boring. Like an aging couple movie from Gaspar Noé, who always does these ridiculous trip fests. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around, and I know he was sober. And, you know, I'm a huge Argento fan. I feel like I've deepened my appreciation for him too since reading his book called Fear, which I highly recommend. However, him just being a lead in a movie isn't enough for me. You know, he hasn't made a good movie in so long. No offense. I know he's a legend and everything. It's just, I don't know. It's hard. I have a hard time giving a shit about this. But I'll see it eventually. I just didn't make it a priority. Anyways. And I know it would have been better for this stream if I had. I just, I didn't make it a priority. I didn't give a shit. Anyways, I'd love for you to sub to me on Twitter. It would mean a lot to me. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, and here's my review there, and blah, 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 talk about the stream. And, I do some retweets here and there. Not a big Twitter guy. I post some gold. I retweet some gold. And then, of course, everything I put out, goes out. All my, all my content, all my reviews, all my interviews, all my streams, it all goes there. And then let's talk about Irreversible for a second. Let's move on. So this is on Canopy. You can stream it on Canopy, and I highly recommend Canopy. You get 4 movies a month. It's for free, and they get a pretty good catalog. Not as good as it used to be, but that's another story for another time. So, Irreversible. What does it say? Let's read the little write-up. Okay, so because some acts can't be undone, because man is an animal, because the desire for vengeance is a natural impulse, because most crimes remain unpunished, because the loss of a loved one thunders like a bolt of lightning, because love is the source of life, because premonitions don't change the eventual course of events, because time reveals everything, the best and the worst. Warning, this film contains extreme violence and graphic sexual content, and may be upsetting and or offensive to some people. So yeah, this is a movie that I just couldn't bring myself to watch ever. Because it's like, it's all about a rape. And from, I don't know, I've just heard it's got a prolonged rape in the movie. And I'm just never in the mood to see something like that. Even though I've heard it's very good or interesting, it's just, to me, I can't bring myself to watch it. I'm just never in the mood for something like that. Even if it's well done, I don't want to see that. It upsets me. See, I get triggered. There's a warning here, because I would get triggered. Pretty much, man. I don't have much more to say than that. I haven't seen the movie. So, but, like I said, I haven't seen these ones either. This was on Canopy, I believe, for a little bit, but I missed it. Okay, so I played at TIFF and Cannes. I don't know, maybe that's okay. I don't know. I don't know anything about this movie. I don't want to learn now. I Stand Alone. I don't know. Didn't get around to it. Anyways, check out my Instagram, man. I got a cool Instagram page. On all my social media, this is what I'm most engaged with. Or, I'm most happy with my output on Instagram. My Twitter's okay, but my Instagram's pretty good, man. Oh, yeah. All movie images all the time. I'm a link in the bio guy. It's a good time. It's a good time. Okay, so Enter the Void. This is on Canopy 2, and I have seen this movie. Only once, but I've seen the opening credits many, many times. I like to show it to friends, too. Alright, so I'll read the write-up. So Oscar is a small-time drug dealer who sells his wares at a club in Tokyo called The Void. In the midst of a deal that goes sour, Oscar is shot dead and finds himself crossing from one plane of existence to the next. When he was younger, Oscar made a pledge to his younger sister, Linda, to always look after her. And as his soul leaves his body, the spirit is led on a journey through Tokyo, past traditional consciousness, and into the moment of human creation as he struggles to be reunited with Linda, who now works as an exotic dancer. Nominated for the Palme d'Or. And some shit at Sundance. Okay, great. Beautiful. Ba bum 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 bum. So that's the opening theme song, which is now in my head, and that's some catchy shit. The movie is. Whenever I would tell a friend of mine, "Oh, I like Enter the Void," yeah, it's kind of cool. Next would just snap back. What? That movie was so pretentious, so lame, such a waste of my time. And I don't disagree with it. I just enjoyed it, man. I don't know. It it's so emotional in like a druggy way. All the caterwauling and crying, and at the time I was a weed smoker, so I don't know, maybe it was relatable. Sort of the pitch, sort of the emotional pitch, sort of made sense to me, I guess. And I'm not saying it's not a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I just thought it was entertaining. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed the ride. Yeah. So, Lux Æterna I enjoyed, and this I enjoyed too. To a lesser extent. Because what's nice about Lux Æterna is it's so quick. This movie is nearly 3 hours. It's insane. I don't think I'll ever watch it again. I wouldn't mind watching Lux Æterna again down the line, but this one not so much. Anyways, I would love for you to subscribe to my Facebook group, or join my Facebook group. I will approve your admittance. You know, I think this is a solid thumbnail for this stream. And, you know, it's been around forever, this group. Since 2019, scroll down, lots of posts. It's a good time. Shout out to Walter. I probably shouldn't do that, but like, we're gonna hop over here, but Walter's a sweetheart, and he comments a lot in the Facebook group, so you should join for Walter's sake, or for my sake, because I want you to read Walter's comments. I find sometimes his comments are more thoughtful than what I have to say. Yeah, great guy. Well, okay. And then this leads us to Climax, which I saw in 2019, which played at 2018 at TIFF, but, you know, there was a press screening, but I didn't get in. It was frustrating. I had an interview, and I booked it to the cinema to try to see it. There was only one press screening, which seemed ridiculous to not just me, but the publicist. All the critics that were in line that didn't get into the movie. There were a fair amount of us. But you know what you're going to do. I saw it in, I believe, April at the Bytown Cinema here in Ottawa. So in 2019. And I thought it was fun. I'm going to say Enter the Void is my favorite. Then this one, then Lux Æterna. Yeah. So I love how this movie... I'll read the write-up, then I'll say some things, okay? So from director Gaspar Noé comes a hypnotic, hallucinatory, and ultimately hair-raising depiction of a party that descends into delirium over the course of one wintry night. In Climax, a troupe of young dancers gathers in a remote and empty school building to rehearse. Following an unforgettable opening performance led by virtuoso cinematographer Benoit Debie, Okay. And shot by Noé himself, the troupe begins an all-night celebration that turns nightmarish as dancers discover they've been pounding cups of sangria laced with potent LSD. Tracking their journey from jubilation to chaos and full-fledged anarchy, Noé observes crushes, rivalries, and violence amid a collective psychedelic meltdown. Starring Sophia Botella and a cast of professional dancers, climax is Noé's most brazen and visionary statement yet. Yeah, man. Good movie. Good movie. Certainly starts really good, and then kind of tails off. It's like we get it; they're all gonna die, and then so that opening, like they said in the write up, is incredible. First half hour is excellent, and then we just know they're gonna die, and then it just kind of gets obnoxious. It's neat at first. If it was like the length of Lux Æterna, it might be just like a great movie. But because it kind of just drags on, and again, it's relatable. Maybe I wasn't smoking pot at this time. Maybe if I was smoking pot, sort of the meltdown would be a little bit more, at least slightly relatable. Like there'd be a kernel of relatability that could explode like more grandly in a cinematic experience. And but because it had been like 3 years since I took a puff off a joint, this one just I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't quite work for me. But now Lux Æterna is like an end of an era. He no longer does drugs, and he does movies about old people aging, and it kind of sucks, man. But I haven't seen Vortex, so what can I say? Anyways, this stream's been interesting. I provide with my insight and lack of insight into a singular filmmaker, Gaspar Noé. So he's a director who I like, I don't love, but I just thought I would share some thoughts about him. So thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. Nobody checked it out.